tried checking it earlier and it was off. But we'll start it. Why? This one. It's fun. You're the first person to speak, right? Just make sure you turn the mic on before you start, because we're leaving it off. No, they put it there so that to the screen. That way they can get it. John, yeah. Wait, should John take the candle now? John. What? Yeah. How's he lighting
Testing. I don't know why they have the lights on. Let's turn the lights down. Sit here. Yeah, someone can sit there next to you. Good evening, and welcome to the 55th induction ceremony of the Jackson branch of the National Honor Society. I would like to introduce Joseph Signorelli, a senior member of the National Honor Society, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Just wait for the ROTC to go. I would also like to introduce the Junior ROTC, Air Force Junior ROTC.
Please rise. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, please rise.
Please rise and join in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to which the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing as the concert choir, advised by Mr. Edmund Robertson, will sing our national anthem.
Wait till they exit ROTC.
Thank you, Mr. Robinson, concert choir, and Dylan.
Please be seated. Dan will be proud that I remember. How many times have I forgotten that, right? Thank you, Joseph, Mr. Robertson, Concequired, and Dylan. I would also like to thank the Air Force Junior ROTC, Color Guard. On behalf of the Jackson chapter of the National Honor Society, I would like to extend a warm welcome to the parents and friends of our initiates who are gathered here today for tonight's ceremony. I am honored to share the stage with our Assistant Superintendents, Mr. Robert Rotante, our Board of Education Vice President, Mrs. Tina Cass, our Principal, Mr. Kevin DiEugenio, Vice Principals, Mrs. Heather Novak, and Mr. Thomas Tarver. Also present is Mr. Dan McDevitt, Assistant Principal and Facilitator to the National Honor Society. I also wish to acknowledge and thank the Honor Society Council, Mrs. Diane Leopold, Ms. Dara Kirschenbaum, Mrs. Michelle McCann, Mr. Joseph Piankowski, and Mrs. Lisa Goodale. They give up their time without compensation to read all the applications, and they make very difficult decisions as to eligibility and do a wonderful job. As you know, tonight's induction ceremony is a very special one, since membership in the National Honor Society is one of the highest honors that can be awarded to a high school student. We are here to recognize these very talented students who have demonstrated outstanding accomplishments in the areas of academics, character, leadership, and service. At this point, I would like to turn over the program to the President of the National Honor Society, John Calamia, who will be our Master of Ceremonies for this evening's program.
Thank you, Ms. Bunce. I, too, would like to extend a warm welcome to Mr. Rotante, Ms. Cass, Mr. DiEugenio, board members, Mr. McDevitt, initiates of the National Honor Society, parents, and friends. As president of the Jackson Memorial Chapter, I, too, am happy to welcome you to our annual induction. The parents here this evening are especially honored as their sons and daughters participate in a ceremony which pays tribute to service, leadership, character, and above all, scholarship. Those traits which create reasoning and responsible adults and a healthy and just society. We are grateful to our parents who have inspired and encouraged us, and to the many teachers who have imbued us with intellectual curiosity, skepticism, and enthusiasm for knowledge. We sincerely hope that the presence of the National Honor Society in our school will place in proper perspective the regular and faithful performance of academic work and will enhance its worthiness in the estimation of the student body. I would now like to call upon Santina Passantino and Krista Spano, our special events coordinators, who will discuss our chapter's activities.
Good evening. I'm Krista Spano, Vice President of In-School Events in charge of all special National Honor Society events within the school. Throughout the year, members of our chapter serve as role models for other students here at Jackson Memorial High School. In addition to displaying strong academic records that establish a person's eligibility for membership, our members act as leaders in serving our school and community through many activities, events, and organizations. I will briefly discuss some key programs in which we are participating this year. We offer a peer tutoring program in which we meet 5 days a week with any peer in need of extra help.
Hi, I'm Santina Passantino, and I'm the Vice President of Out-of-School Events of National Honor Society. As we all know, giving back to the community is core to our principles in National Honor Society. We routinely give a helping hand to those in need by collaborating with other organizations. Along with donating to the food drives, we also have a group of students who go to the food pantry every month to volunteer. Helping the community is a large part of the National Honor Society, and we are honored to have the impact we do in our community.
I would now like to introduce Summer Ali, Vice President, who will speak about Adopt a Family.
Good evening. I am Summer Ali, and I am the Vice President of Adopt a Family. For this holiday season, NHS will be adopting Jackson families who have fallen on very hard times. Our chapter has been split into groups to better organize and will provide some wish list items that the family have requested. In the spirit of the season, we ask for your help in making a happy holiday for these families. Items on their wish list range from warm clothing, shoes, coats, gloves, and hats. Also, ShopRite, Target, and Walmart gift cards to buy what they need and wish for. Each National Honor Society member will be bringing home a more detailed list of the needs for their assigned family, so parents, please be on the lookout. We are also participating in the Adopt a Senior program for the holidays and birthdays this year as well. Last year, our chapter adopted 22 families for the holidays, which included 6 senior citizens. Through our fundraising efforts and donations, we were able to purchase complete Thanksgiving and winter holiday meals, clothing, coats, shoes, boots, gifts, and gift cards for each and every family. I'm sure you can imagine the relief and smile this brought to their faces. It's very easy for all members of the National Honor Society to participate and contribute their time and service. We are all really looking forward to making a positive impact in our community this holiday season and service year. With that being said, we have already adopted a few families and look forward to adopting and helping many more.
I would now like to call upon Francis Castellano and Dylan Gragiola, our Vice President of Fundraising and Accounting, who will discuss our chapter's fundraising goals and initiatives.
Good evening, everybody. I am Francis Castellano, Vice President of Fundraising. This year's initiative is to raise $6,000 for our adopted families and other charitable and other community needs, as well as for organizations and senior scholarships. To achieve our goal, we are currently hosting a chocolate bar sale as one of our many fundraisers. This is one of the few fundraisers that we have planned throughout the entire year.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dylan Gragiola, and I'm the Vice President of Accounting. Through our fundraising efforts, we look to reach our goals of giving back to our local community and school community. For example, last year, the National Honor Society donated $3,200 in scholarships. In addition, we donated $160 in ShopRite gift cards to the food pantry and thousands of dollars worth of wrap gifts to the families in our community. This year, our goal for fundraising is to continue to give to those in need and to give back to the community. I would just like to congratulate all the new members who are being inducted and thank everyone who has come to show their support.
Thank you, Francis and Dylan. I would now like to call Mr. Robert Rotante, Assistant Superintendent of Schools.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm truly honored to be here tonight to just say a couple words of congratulations to our National Honor Society inductees. As Mrs. Bunn said, you know, this is an award that is probably one of the highest awards that you can receive as a student, because what it does is it represents a lot of things. You know, this is not just simply a one-night event. This represents your academic success. This represents your commitment to education. It represents your leadership. And most importantly, it represents the character that you've had throughout high school and even your years beforehand. One of the other things that's really impressive is tonight is not just about because you did really well on a test last week. It's not because you got an A in a hard class sophomore year. What tonight is about is your commitment and the decisions that you have made throughout all of your years of school that have led you to this place of success and this place where you deserve and are getting well-deserved accolades and recognition tonight. I'd also like to thank, most importantly, your teachers who along the way have given you tremendous support and helped you get to where you are today. I'd like to thank the parents that are out here as well for the support they've given you through the years, whether it be driving you to a fundraising event or a school event, staying up late at night to help you study, making sure you got up early the next morning to get to school on time, or even just simply being there with words of support and encouragement. Those are all things that go a long way, and I can't make sure you thank your parents at some point tonight for all the support they've given you to get here tonight as well. Throughout the next couple of years, you're going to hit a lot of turning points in your life and a lot of opportunities to make decisions, and I have no doubt that with the foundation that you've gained, what you've earned here tonight. You're going to make some great decisions, and we really look forward to seeing and hearing about the great things that you have to bring back to us in the future. So congratulations to all our honorees on your well-deserved induction tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Atante. I would now like to introduce our principal, Mr. Kevin DiEugenio.
Thank you for joining me in recognizing the outstanding academic achievement that our National Honor Society students have worked so hard to deserve. I need to start out by recognizing our families who are with us and recognize the importance of your support and dedication, providing love and guidance to these fine students. I consider family and family support to be one of the most valuable assets in education. Thank you for your commitment to raising intelligent-minded young men and women, and for your support of our award-winning high school. It is with great pride that we watch and formally recognize the outstanding academic achievements of our National Honor Society members. To the 2023 inductees, what does the future hold for you? Engineers, medicine, robotics, aerospace, law, computer science? As I read through your applications, I was impressed to see how much you have accomplished and think what great opportunities you're creating for yourselves. Each of you, in your own way, has contributed to our school community as not only academic leaders, but mature-minded students who embody the positive spirit that make up great schools. Jackson Memorial has a great reputation as a nationally recognized school due to the successes that are measured by your high standardized test scores, outstanding college acceptances, and your contributions to our community. You are the story of our continued success and the backbone of our school, which will soon celebrate its 60th year of excellence in Ocean County. The students with us tonight are the source of pride in our community, and I want to thank each of you for your hard work and dedication and for earning your spot here tonight. You've achieved this important academic goal and will join an elite group that are known as the Jackson Memorial High School National Honor Society. You join the past alumni that have come before you, and now it's your turn to receive this recognition that you've earned and forever become part of our legacy. As you set new goals and continue to open doors to success for future, please remember the words of Dr. Martin Luther King. All that we are is a result of what we have thought. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. DiEugenio. I would now like to introduce Mr. Daniel McDevitt, Administrative Liaison to the Honor Society.
Throughout the years, millions of students in more than 20,000 public and private schools have been selected as members of the National Honor Society. This includes the several thousand that have been inducted right here from the halls of Jackson Memorial High School over the past 55 years. Historically, former National Honor Society members demonstrate continuous and ever-growing talents and potential in later years. They have become effective and contributing citizens in professional, technical, humanitarian, civic, and commercial undertakings. Tonight, as we now move into our ceremonial initiation, we recognize the newest inductees to the Jackson chapter of the National Honor Society. They have met the highest standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character, the criteria by which all members have been judged. You have led exemplary lives within our school. As we look back on all of those who preceded you as members of this chapter, we hope that you will continue to demonstrate these qualities that you've displayed in your high school years, and that you too will go on to distinguished records worthy of your exceptional talents and abilities.
Thank you, Mr. McDevitt. Since the candidates have all met the necessary requirements, we will now proceed with our candle lighting service. The candle burning here before you represents the flaming torch, the epitome and synthesis of all your goals. The unlit candles are symbolic of the 4 requirements upon which election to the society is based: scholarship, character, leadership, and service. 4 of our officers will define the meanings of the qualities. Scholarship, Julia Mangano.
Scholarship is a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study because he knows the lasting benefits of a curious and cultivated mind. We hope to continue to learn even when our formal education is ended, for we honor wisdom and we know it can be acquired only through our own diligence and effort. Learning is a lens through which we observe the past, its glories and its disasters. Learning is a lamp which illuminates the future and the many paths lying before us. Learning lays bare the vast treasures of humanity's heritage and leads us to wisdom if we understand what we have learned. We hope that the pursuit of knowledge will be, for us, a never-ending feast.
Character, Catherine Salkin.
Character is the positive force in each person which makes no individual distinguished from all others. Without self-pride, no person can have self-respect or hope to earn the respect of others. It is this force of character which guides us through life, responding with heroism, understanding, sympathy, or tolerance to the demands upon us. It is achieved and not received. It is a daily striving of self-discipline so that choices are based on morality and decency and not solely upon self-interest or opportunism. We must really be what we wish others to perceive us as. By demonstrating this in our daily lives, we may hope to prove by example our respect for character.
Leadership, Jennifer Delacono.
We are challenged today as never before. In a desperate search for leadership for men and women who combine that indefinable charisma with wisdom, character, and the desire to serve. The price of leadership is sacrifice, a willingness to yield one's personal interest to the interest of others. Not every person is gifted with the capacity to lead. To those who are, we say, you have a great talent and an even greater responsibility. Use your talents wisely. Let mankind be the beneficiary of the better society which your efforts can create. You have shown leadership in your school life. Accept the greater challenge after you leave these halls and continue to be a leader whom we can all be proud of.
Service, Zachary O'Connell.
Join with me, and together let us serve. A willingness to help and an unselfish devotion make life better, happier, more fulfilling as we set together for the common good. To lose oneself in enthusiasm for good and vital purposes, without thought of recompense or remuneration, brings its own rewards. Service does not flaunt itself. It is a simple giving and sharing of one's energies and one's abilities wherever there is need. The gift of ourselves is our commitment to a better tomorrow. Much has been given to us. We would like to give as much as we can to others.
Members of the National Honor Society, parents, guests, and friends, we take great pleasure in presenting our new candidates. Our initiates will be awarded with an academic hood bearing the emblem of the National Honor Society and a candle representing the eternal light of knowledge. Current members, please prepare to escort the new initiates. Initiates, please take your place. Please take your place at the side of the stage and proceed across the stage as your name is called. I'll get Jed. That's more important, right?
Thank you. They're gonna go that way. You could behind the curtains. Silly heads. Oops. Be careful, Julia. Yeah.
Ashley Alou. Virginia Alvarez. Giacomo Anzalone. Kara Berry. Daniel Berry. Alexandra Berg. Megan Carvalera. Stefana Chevroletti. Sean Cohn. Ava Satari. John DeCaro. Riley DeMuth. Giovanna D'Amico. Kaylin Dunbar. Paul Edery. Andrea Fisher. Lauren Greeny. Emily Hamdi. Haley Hernandez. Haley Huss. Samantha Ifantis. Anastasia Lau. Ava Lee. Alexis Magiera. Kiara Martinez. Brianna Matias. Emerson Matthews. Carly McKinnon. Mariela Morales. Beatrix Morel. Olicia Myrovich. Gabriela Nasser. Matthew Nice. Mia Nolan. Carmen Nunez. Emma Orlando. Rahil Patel. Alexander Penswater. Matthew Pushko. Richa Sani. Olivia Sandoval. Miana Scalacci. Juliette Scavaranina. Haley Starr. Bella Sweeney. Lucas Tobias. Alexis Vega. Brady Wendell. Nicholas Barone. Samuel Boskowicz.
Sean Green. Jacqueline Lewis. Samantha Libby. Madison Pierce. Zora Swindell.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new members of the National Honor Society.
The ideals of the National Honor Society have been explained to you. If you desire to assume the responsibility of upholding these standards, you will now be privileged to pledge yourselves to membership. Mr. DiEugenio, will you administer the oath?
Please repeat the National Honor Society pledge after me. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles and ideals, by word and deed, maintaining high standards of character, scholarship, leadership, and service.
Please blow out your candles. Fellow members of the Honor Society, welcome to the ranks. While none of us have yet attained all the ideals set before us, let us together strive to exemplify as much as humanly possible to esteem and revere scholarship, character, leadership, and service, and give of ourselves generously and to walk in the paths of wisdom. You are now members of the Jackson chapter of the National Honor Society. They certainly deserve a hearty round of applause. I would now like to ask Hannah and Jasmine to make a special presentation.
The members of the National Honor Society present annually a Staff Appreciation Award, whose purpose is to recognize adults from Jackson Memorial High School who have been instrumental in the development and achievement of students. This is a special honor which acknowledges those exceptional people who take additional time and interest to develop individual relationships with their students. This special concern enables students to achieve a greater academic and personal success. The nominee can be a teacher, advisor, guidance counselor, nurse, coach, or school administrator who has positively affected the growth and development of Jackson Memorial High School students. The nominee may have taught, counseled, directed, coached, inspired, or encouraged students to any or all of the following. 1, to do their best in a field of study or personal achievement. 2, to uphold the principles which represent the National Honor Society and Jackson Memorial High School. And 3, to accomplish their personal goals and objectives. The award is not intended to be a popularity contest. Rather, it is intended to provide deserved recognition and appreciation to an outstanding educator at Jackson Memorial High School. This year's recipient of the 18th Annual National Honor Society Staff Appreciation Award is Mr. Selesky.
Mr. Selesky, an esteemed history teacher, has left a remarkable mark on countless students with his unwavering commitment to education. As an instructor for honors and AP classes across all grade levels, from freshmen to seniors, he has consistently embodied the principles of the National Honor Society, leaving a lasting impact on the academic and personal development of his students. Mr. Selesky's persistent enthusiasm is one of his most notable characteristics. His contagious passion for history has inspired many kids to study it throughout their high school and college careers. He has built important connections with nearly all of his kids through his kindness, empathy, and thoughtfulness, resulting in a supportive and nurturing learning environment. Inside the classroom, Mr. Selesky's dedication shines through. He takes the time to comprehensively explain complex topics and offers assistance to any student seeking guidance. Beyond his teaching duties, he extends his support to the broader Jackson Memorial High School community by serving as the coach of the boys' tennis team and as an advisor for the National Social Studies Honor Society. In recognition of his outstanding contributions, it is only fitting to bestow upon Mr. Selesky the well-deserved title of Honorary Teacher of the Year. We express our heartfelt appreciation for his dedication, tireless work ethic, and profound love for teaching, which is evident in all that he does. Thank you, Mr. Selesky, and congratulations on this well-earned honor. Your impact on our students is immeasurable, and your legacy in education is one to be celebrated. Please come up on the stage.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'll keep this short because I have to make my trip back to Pennsylvania, and it's getting late. Yes, I do live in Pennsylvania, not too far from Philadelphia, and if you've been in my classroom, I know I've mentioned that before. There's just two things that I'd like to say. Number one, and most obviously, thank you to the students who voted for me. We have over 100 teachers here in this building, and you decided to select me. Your decision is tremendously significant to me, more so than you might imagine. To be honest, I was genuinely surprised. For those of you who have had me as a teacher, I guess you enjoyed my crazy classes. I guess you enjoyed my sociology class where I made you put on skits in front of the classroom to prove you knew the theories. Or you might remember the marriage project where I asked you to create a very realistic marriage, complete with a venue, honeymoon, house, children, all on a very tight budget. I guess you enjoyed my Honors Man's Inhumanity to Mankind class. It's a genocide class, one of the most important classes I feel that I teach. I subjected everyone to daily horrific stories, movies, and imagery. When I tell people outside of this school that I teach a genocide class to high schoolers, their face drops and turns white. And yet you guys keep filling my class, telling me that I should make a second man's class. You guys okay? Maybe you're in my AP World History class. We're going to be practicing our writing skills all year long. I hope you enjoy writing SAQs and DBQs and LEQs, because we have 7 months of practice ahead of us. For those who don't know, that's just essays, lots and lots of essays. Or maybe you've enjoyed betting your football team against me and the Philadelphia Eagles, and losing, often. And then had to wear the Eagles flag around your neck for the day. And then your picture goes up on the Wall of Broken Dreams, which is a real thing I put up in my classroom. Students over the past 8 years have nearly all lost and are up for display. Are you guys sure you nominated the right teacher? Why do you guys all keep coming back to my classroom for more work and embarrassment? And this brings me to my second and final point. During a time when teachers are quitting their job for more than ever before, for a multitude of reasons, including pay, safety, or just being burnt out, I often look with great concern to my own profession. No teacher gets into education to be rich. We do it for the kids. We do it because something deep down drives us to give back to the community, to help others. So whether that is helping a student improve their grade by spending a few extra minutes explaining a concept, whether that is a classroom for you to cry and complain about stresses of life during common lunch, or whether you just want to share some great news. There's so much to teaching that has nothing to do with the curriculum. This award means so much to me. I am not someone who accepts compliments easily. I struggled to figure out how I was going to word this speech to all of you, so let me end it like this. I have taught here at Jackson Memorial High School for 8 years. My philosophy when I was hired was to create an environment where students wanted to be, a place where a student would be excited to see what Mr. Sloweski was going to do the next class, but also a place where they felt comfortable and safe enough to reach out for help if they needed it. This is the first time in my professional career where I've been recognized by the individuals in this school which I care most about. I feel that my hard work for nearly a decade has been validated, that what I do actually has some positive impact on the individuals I work with. This award is by the students. You can't earn this award without proving to the student population that you actually care. And wherever my future takes me, I know that I've proved myself a worthy teacher for Jackson Memorial. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And of course, go Birds.
Whoops, too short. This concludes our ceremony. I would like to extend my personal congratulations to our new inductees and to their parents and their friends. And I look forward to working with our new members in the near future, which we already have been working together, right? Please join us for refreshments in the atrium immediately after the ceremony. The yearbook photographer will be taking pictures of you on stage. So you guys stay there so you can get a picture taken, and then the current members will join you on the stage, okay? So you guys have to join them on the stage. At the end of the ceremony, please remember, guys, do not leave without turning in your robe, okay? And I also would like to thank my officers who, the one year I really needed the most help, I didn't even have to ask them. They were phenomenal. I have such excellent officers. And I also want to thank Mr. McDevitt for all of his help with me today. All right, so thank you all for coming out. I think he took a picture of them.
And then they're going to go out in the office.
Oh, you know what we gotta do? We need to move that table with the candles.
Yeah, you want to blow them out right now?
Yeah, can you guys move them for me? If they look at the picture, just blow them out.